The Biteblades Titan is an aluminum sandwich knife, or balisong, I suppose, because it's not a real knife, it's a trainer. And it has this very, very distinct trainer blade that I thought was very interesting. It's got four pairs of screws on each handle. So, yeah, two for the spacers, Zen pins, and the pivots, of course. These spacers are like these, like, it's quite hard. It's not like zippy spacers. You can get zippy spacers for these actually, and they don't stick out nearly as far. But mine are like these special gold flex special edition. I don't even know, to be honest. The Titan is surprisingly, despite this huge cutout, really neutral. Some people even think it's blade bias. I don't know if I agree with that, but I believe it's very neutral to my opinion. Um, and it has this nice kind of gentle ring. Um, Zippy also has a ring silencer mod, and you can put a blade weight in here or whatever. I think the spacers have weight as well, optional weights. But this is not too heavy. I want to say it's probably around 4. I don't know. It'll be in the description. But it's certainly, if anything, it's under 4. Uh, if you like neutral knives, this is really great. Unfortunately, Biteblades as a company doesn't exist anymore. Rumor has it he went to college. Um, so the first time I tried this, it actually had really not great tolerances. I ended up getting the bushings tuned, or I tried to tune it myself, and I found better bushings. It's a better fit. And I bought another Titan actually, and I wanted to do a handle swap, but the orange one was matte finish, and this is a gloss finish, and just texturally it just felt wrong. And oh man, I really wish I could have done a handle swap, but I kind of cannibalized the best parts of both. The blade is also a D2 steel, which is not the highest quality of blade, and this knife is actually at risk of rusting. I don't actually have knife shield. I think most oils will do, but if you have oils, you want to put a little bit of a coat on this. You know what? I'm just going to do a little bit of super lube right now, and it helps protect the blade. It'll leave like a slight film that will keep the blade from rusting. So, unfortunately, it's a little apt to rust. Um, that's just something to be aware of. Use paper towel. But this knife is really fun. It was on my list of knives that I wanted for a hot minute, and every time I tried to find one or trade for one, no one wanted to get rid of it. So lucky me that I actually found not only one but a later two. Um, when it didn't have good tune, it felt much more plastic almost. Just with how wobbly it is and how the nature of these aluminums slabs are, it just feels almost. Oh, it felt almost plastic. And so some people were like, "Oh, this knife's pretty cheap or whatever," but I don't know. This knife it's great. Allegedly, it fits rep hardware. I tried to do. I bought hardware. It was like what theoretically fits a rep, except for some reason my screws are way skinnier, and it just doesn't work on the rep. And I was like, what the fuck? Now I just have so many extra screws. But now I have these gorgeous gold body screws. I don't have gold pivots. I don't know where to get them. And TrueLink is a very intimidating website to buy from. And unfortunately, while they do exchanges, you have to ship it back to them. And that meant that I had to pay for shipping again. And I was just like, fuck. So I had to pay for shipping twice. And it's just like, oh man. But I don't know. This is a really beautiful ring. One thing to be aware of, this has not happened to me, but apparently these can shatter, these spacers, because they are hard and they don't have any give. So they can shatter because they're not metal. So if you are worried about them, the zippy spacers definitely do that. But I don't mind the length. And also these spacers have really generous jimping too, which I like. And it's on both sides because they're symmetrical. So I guess what else I could say about it is that while it is aluminum, it's sandwiched, so you don't have to worry about as much grip on this side, especially with the jimping, and it's like this nice kind of grippy-ish feeling. Even though it's like a hard plastic, it definitely still has these grooves. But there are like this kind of general groove that runs down the face. There's like 2 of them, and a bunch of holes here and there. So I never really felt like it's too slippery. A sandwich balisong It's not too rounded either. The Orion is more rounded in its design, whereas these are more square. It does have a chamfer. It's actually a very comfortable chamfer, but it's very what's the word? It's just a nice small comfortable chamfer. And so, but it feels more square despite that. But not so much that it's uncomfortable. Wow, it sucks that that bite blades disappear because they're so fun. And yeah, I don't know. I was actually even tempted to figure out if I could get the blade galvanized, prevent it from rusting forever, maybe make it a cool color. I have no idea. I am not good at that sort of thing. So, anyways, if you manage to get your hands on one of these, make sure you figure out if the tune is any good. I know that Biteblades should be releasing their bushing buddy very soon, so that will help tune it. I definitely plan on doing that for my Trident because my Trident also has a lot of play, which partially makes it feel cheap. But when you get that tune, like this is a pretty good tune. That's the entire play. Obviously, you can tune it more, but it's a sandwich knife. It feels good. I don't want to fuck around too much with sandwich knives because there's so many factors. Anyways, I think these are great, and obviously, not everyone likes aluminum. They're wrong, but not everyone likes aluminum, and it feels really fun, and it flips really well, and it just fans like a dream too. I'm not good at palm fans, but I know my friend who loves palm fans really likes to do this one. It's her favorite trainer. So yeah, if you want to know more about weird balisongs, or unique balisongs that people aren't necessarily talking about, comment what you might be interested in, because there's a chance that I'll have it. If I don't have it, I'm definitely curious and I want to try it because I love weird shit. But like the video, subscribe. I have a bunch of other videos. If they're not up yet, they will be, and I cover a bunch of different knives. And yeah, I don't discriminate. I like a bunch of weird things. But take care. Also check out my coffee. It helps me out. But help keep the channel supported. But happy flipping, and make sure you protect your blades and lubricate them too. Have a good night. Day. I still don't know what time it is for you. I don't care.